up? What's up? What's going on in your home, up in the zone, wherever you at and whatever you own? This is Clash of Thoughts with your girl, Forever the Realist.
And your boy C3o Beats.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, it's going down tonight. Definitely. Share, join the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because it's definitely going down tonight. There is a trending situation that is definitely going down right now. I mean, is gangster rap under attack or no? I'm telling you, different levels, different devils. I mean, when you are just whoop, you get under attack here, okay? But no, this is big, and this is not a game out here right now. So yeah, CO, we're talking about everything that's going on with Young Thug and Gunna and the whole RICO Act and the whole everything that's going on. Of course, we're going to dive into the juice right now. Get that drink, smoke, share, hop on. You feel me? Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So, what you think about what's going on with this topic? Like, because this is insane, and I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't really into what was going on. And I know you brought it to my attention, and that's what made me really want to do some research on this stuff. And wow, this is deep stuff. So what you think about it?
Well, it's been a setup. I hear echo. It's been a setup for a long time, man. We from LA, so fortunately, we was alive during the whole death row era in the gangster rap, the birth of gangster rap and shit. But when we look at like the East Coast, right? When we look at like the East, like New York rappers, AZ, Nas, like a lot of they greats and stuff. Not even greats, but a lot of they pioneers. Like they don't have smut on their names, and not even just smut. Like they are who the fuck they are. You know what I'm saying? But for some reason, when it comes to California and LA, when it comes to our legends, none of them is who the fuck they supposed who they told us they was. Snoop Dogg is not a gangster. Dre, Q, like when we look at the faces of the pioneers of gangster rap, none of these dudes are gangsters. All right, so even Tupac.
So I was about to say it started even with Tupac because they it's always a script and an agenda and a way a character should be. And so they create these characters and these images of what the hood or what a gangster, and they keep empowering that and keep representing that and keep showing that constantly and consistently. And this is happening a lot. That's why a lot of these gangsters that y'all think be gangsters be like really gay, really soft, really,
Squares.
Squares like a mother sucker. And I've experienced this, you know what I'm saying? How, it bees like that. It bees like that. So
but just for a long time, the youth have been getting set up. The young black males have been getting set up by so-called gangster rap. Because before gangster rap, we still had conscious rap. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people was, respect yourself and fight the powers that be. But nowadays, everybody is working with the powers that be. You know what I'm saying? And shit. And so, like, just from that era, it has led a lot of young black men to jail, to a casket, to a street life, because they teaching these young males that you can get a little bit of street money, right? And then you can invest it into your music and turn it into clean money and shit. And it's like, by that being a backstory and a success story, that's literally teaching our kids it's okay to do a little bit of hustling. As long as
something happened with your speakers. Your microphone.
Into something positive.
CO.
Still leading our children down the road. Yeah, they're still leading our children down the road. You know what I'm saying?
You're well, I don't know what happened, but definitely leading in the wrong road. And shout out to everybody that's tuning in right now. It's definitely going down. We are talking about it tonight. The topic is big, and I want to dive into everything, what everything means. You know what I'm saying? It's this is a lot, you know, and it's not to be ignored, and it's definitely to be addressed. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, clash your thoughts. That's what we're doing tonight. Join the conversation. Share if you care. You feel me? See, yo, you good over there?
Yeah, I was getting a phone call. I had to put my shit on Do Not Disturb.
Okay,
But
we can't be having those type of distractions. You know what I'm saying? But the comments is coming in, CO. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna stop sharing this because you know it is what it is, and I'm gonna keep repeatedly, you know, sharing that because that is definitely the topic of the night. But let's get some of these comments in. Like, what it do? What it do? Okay, I got Dollar Smith up in here. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? Shout out to Dollar Smith up in cyberspace. Clash of Thoughts is definitely going down. Snoop is an icon.
Snoop is an icon, but see, Kanye West is an icon as well, but he didn't have to play gangster to be one.
Okay.
You know, Kanye West didn't have to play a gangster to be one. And Kanye West is from a gangster city too. Chicago get busy, you know, so everybody don't have to play gangster to be an icon. That's what I'm saying. Snoop is an icon, but he's not a gangster. That's my point. Gangsters are not icons.
And you know,
go ahead.
Right, absolutely.
You know, but real quick, and you know, that's another wrong message to be sending to our kids, man. Having these kids think that they can be gangsters and still be fucking worshipped and become iconic. All right, because that is not reality. That is not reality. Gangsters do not go on to become billionaires and multimillionaires. All right. So this is the message, like the image that they portraying to the world. You know what I'm saying? Like with all the gangster rap and the gangster image and shit like that. And this, like I said, you know, look at Birdman. When Birdman go sit in a meeting with all these rich white people with tattoos all over his face and shit, he look like a fucking fool. This is why he don't do business with real business people. He only stay within the entertainment industry. Because he, you know, you walk into a fucking person office with all them tattoos on your face looking all gangster and shit, they do not want to do business with you. Don't give a fuck how much money you got. So this is an image that is being sold to us, that you can have this gangster image and still become millionaires. And that shit is just not, it's a false ideology that they're spreading to our children.
Absolutely. You know, Dollar, you know, had mentioned Nipsey Hussle. And I do know who Nipsey is. I've been in the studio with Nipsey Hussle. I know that he is an actual, you know, was a part of the gang life. What do you think about Nipsey Hussle situation based on what you said about, and what we both agree on as well, that you know, these characters are designed and created, you know what I mean? But when it comes down to Nipsey Hussle and many other real gangsters, that's in the game.
But that's but that's the thing that's the point that I'm making, right? Like, see,
like as far as Nipsey Hussle, because
Nipsey Hussle is not an American, first of all right? He was not born here. He's not one of us per se. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that Nipsey Hussle once again took his street money, right? Took all his his hustle money, and he invested it into this, you know, this shopping center and into his music, and it became successful. It's still the same goddamn backstory as Rick Ross, as Jay-Z, as all these other dudes. But the thing about Rick Ross and Jay-Z is they not from California. So these niggas is alive, chilling in their fucking mansions right now, because they not planning to be gangsters while Nipsey Hussle is fucking dead, while Tupac is dead, while a lot of these niggas is dead. So this is what I'm saying. Like, Nipsey Hussle, once again, before Gangsta Rap, it was RESPECT. I mean, respect yourself and fight the powers that be. Now, people working with the powers that be. Is it not true that Nipsey Hussle had a cashless store, cashless, right? And we know that that's a part of the enemy's agenda, right? Is to get rid of cash. So for this man to have a store and to be pushing that shit, like, yeah, cashless, it's like, what about the bums? What about the niggas who hustle and get cash? You know what I'm saying? They can't. I gotta have a bank account to come and spend money with you. I gotta have like some type of debit card. And you a hood nigga. How you a hood nigga and you ain't taking cash? How you a hood nigga and you strictly taking Visa and MasterCard? Like, I don't even know if Nipsey Hussle took EBT cash. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, bro, some people are still here to keep their legacy going and some people are not. You know what I'm saying? And it shows that the gangsters are not, they're not relevant. The gang, like DJ Quick was a real street dude. Like DJ Quick is a real street dude, and DJ Quick put out a whole lot of hits. But we don't hear about DJ Quick. Like a lot of, look at Easy. Easy was the real street nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's just how it is a lot of times. And that's what this topic is. Like, these rappers, are they puppets? Are they working for the establishments and the you know, the people who run shit? Or are they police that's infiltrating our communities? All right, because a lot of these rappers, I mean, please believe that they're paying to be a part of these gangs or to holler out these gangs. Look at 6ix9ine. He was not really a gangbanger, but he was paying niggas to be able to run with them niggas and holler out a set. All right, so that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, a nigga have 50 tough guys behind him. What's gonna happen when that one dude gets these 50 niggas took down, but he out, he get out? And that's what I'm saying. That's some police type shit. You know what I'm saying? That's some infiltration type shit. And it's like, I just can't believe, I can't believe that these so-called millionaires is out here in the streets still doing street activity. I just cannot believe it. And then,
you know, I mean, and that's something to definitely wrap your head around right there, because I would never understand that as well. You know, and so what's trending right now is what's going on with Young Thug and Gunna, and the whole like clique, like, you know what I'm saying? They've been indicted with 56 counts, okay, in a criminal RICO case. Okay, so this is the same type of act that, you know, took down like the Italian mafia. Like, this is some really deep stuff. And for, you know, people out here who don't know what's up, you know, look up the Thericoh Act. You know what I'm saying? Is racketeering influenced by and corrupt. Okay, it's an organization act. So they're going to be treating rappers like some type of like drug kingpins, and was told, and these are your favorite rappers. These are rappers that are icons. That is, so you say, you know, this is something to really open your eyes to and understand what's really going on here, because this is serious. Okay, so you know, you got two people that's doing something, or you got something that's going on. Okay, they in jail. Okay, now you got 56 other counts. How is this possible? Why is this possible? It's possible because, you know, this whole situation, my hair, y'all, geez, hold up. This is possible because now, even if you are affiliated with these people that's under investigation, you are guilty by association, which is hella crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? So those of you that is watching, please, you know, look up the RICO Act and exactly what that is, the history of it, you know, because
with
it's
the
definitely
RICO,
going down.
with the RICO Act though, you know, they can be arresting every clique, every group, every whatever, you know, based on that. The thing is, Young Thug and Gunna are the faces.
Let's talk about what's going on specifically.
Yeah,
You know
they
what I
the
mean?
faces.
You know.
They the faces behind the music. But the thing is, they have real felons and parolees and shit like that on their payroll. All right. So these guys is like, I'm telling you, they infiltrators, man. Check this out. The same dude who wore a dress, he said that he had an AK up under his dress. He was wearing pink nails, calling dudes his bae and his boo, right? Like all of this, like, you know, suspicious type shit. And then you had all of these reputable street dudes from the South that's saying, no, Thug ain't gay. Thug ain't gay. Like, he a gangster. He a gangster. This is just for street credibility. This is just to give him, if Boosie say that this nigga ain't gay, he a real street nigga, niggas is gonna listen to Boosie. Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? So these dudes, they getting this street credibility, but they're really just the faces. They're signing real street niggas to their labels. And it's not just like a couple niggas from this community and a couple, like, no, all these rappers talk about when they get on, they gonna come back to their hood and look out for everybody and take care of everybody.
So, okay, hold on. I mean, you know, let me get this straight. So, you know, individuals as such, like you said, you know, I got a gun under my dress and the whole, like, you know, of it all, are providing opportunities for real gangsters to come on board on these labels.
Yeah, but even if they not rappers, just even as rappers
Or
that never even
anybody
put out a
that's in
song,
that,
anybody
like,
that's
it's like a
everybody that's on
net.
that payroll, everybody that's on the
Oh
payroll,
my goodness. Yeah, it's
everybody
like a
that's on the
net.
payroll, it's 28 people that went down. It was Young Thug, Gunner, and like 26 other people that went down. Now, mind you, this is just the state. This is a state RICO. This is not a federal RICO. If the feds get involved, I guarantee you it's going to be over 100 indictments of motherfuckers involved. All right, this is only state, so
Dang,
it's not going. But
this is
please
crazy.
believe that more people is going to be indicted and stuff like that. But what I'm telling you is this: everybody, 26 of them niggas don't got the money that Young Thug and Gunna got for lawyers and that type of shit. They don't have that type of money. So them
Yep.
niggas is gonna rot in jail. Them niggas gonna rot it because they was the ones doing the crimes anyway, right? They was the ones doing the crimes anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's just that they are using these dudes. They're giving them more and more street credibility. So if Young Thug and Gunna both beat this shit or get out somehow, they really gonna be put on the pedestal by the streets. You know what I'm saying? They really gonna be put on the pedestal, like, oh yeah, these niggas beat da da da. They gonna be coming out boasting, yeah, man, they can't touch me. This and the third, like, and that's what I'm saying. It's all a show to me when it comes to the celebrities. It's all a show. It's all the people who names that we're not hearing, who's really facing real life changing situations right now. They got us focused on Young Thug and Gunner when it's 26 other people with families, lives, and all that type of shit that's really finna catch the brunt of this shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like at the same time too, T-Mobile, Pepsi, you know, all of these big companies, they all associate their brands with hip hop, right? Look at all the hip hop artists that's in their commercials, you know, all this shit. So how come when shit like this happen, the record labels don't get held responsible because they're the ones who actually is putting the money and the promotion behind all the violent music. Right? They pumping this shit. They pumping this shit. They pumping it. These niggas talking about riding around with sticks, spinning the block, and this, that, and the third. And niggas is doing that shit in real life.
Yeah.
Niggas doing that shit in real life. So it's like the record labels is pushing and pumping this shit to the youngsters and to the people out in the streets. And the whole time these rappers who rapping about it, they're not doing none of that shit. They're not doing none of that shit. Even this mugshot of Gunner, that don't even look like Gunner to me. That don't
I
even
was
look
about to
like
talk
Gunner to
about
me.
that as well.
You know what I'm saying? And then even like when we look at they mug shots and they little court shit, why
It's
they court shit? It's blurry. It's UFO footage. It's UFO from the 90s. Remember when they used to show us UFOs in the 90s and the footage be all blurry and like, come on, they got fucking iPhones with clear video in that. You know what I'm saying? That shit was all blurry and shit. Like, man, come on, bro. It's gonna take a little bit more than that to convince me. You can't just tell me a story and show me a couple pictures, my nigga, and think that that's gonna convince me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a little smarter than that. But like I said, these dudes got the money to get off. They got because it's not feds, man. It's state. They can possibly beat it because it's state. You know what I'm saying? If the feds get involved, it's a wrap. They ain't beat no motherfucking Thericoh Act. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying these two. Everybody else is not finna beat this shit. They ain't finna come close. They ain't even got the lawyer money to be able to fight this shit properly.
Yeah, it's definitely an organized setup, you know, to just, you know, to lock people down, like, you know, to really pump up these jails with, you know, because, you know, the more and more inmates you have in jail, of course, is more money. And then you're taking these people off of the streets or whatever, you know, the agenda is, you know, but it's definitely going down. You know, hip hop, gangster rap has just been targeted beyond years, beyond, I mean, 4 years and beyond years. I don't understand.
Well, it wasn't targeted. It was created as a weapon. That's the thing. It wasn't.
Yeah, I mean,
hip
because
hop.
it's like, it just seemed like even with shootings and stuff, like all the rappers that we've lost, you know, to just shootings and just, then you got, you know, tearing down the people character, having them in jail for like accusations that happened like years ago. Like what? So it's like, you know, at the same time, it's so many different angles.
Do we even know? Look, I'm finna give you some deep.
Wow.
I'm finna give you some. I'm finna give you some deep history about the start of hip hop. Where hip hop come from? All right, why hip hop was created? the scariest movement that this U.S. government has ever witnessed was the hippie movement, because you had a bunch of motherfuckers, no matter what race they was and all that, getting together, showing love. They hated that fucking hippie. They hated the hippie movement. And so what they did was they came with the hippity hop, right? Hippie, right? Hippity hop. So while hip hop brought people together, they used hip hop as the new hippie movement type of shit to, like, let's gather around and watch these motherfuckers battle and this type of shit. But really, it was to reel us in so they can divide us. That's what they wanted to
Always
do,
a
because see,
division mechanism somewhere
they don't want to
in
a
everything.
real hippie
For real.
movement, because if we had a real hippie movement where people came together, no matter what you believed in, your sexual orientation, none of that. If we just all came together, that's what they're afraid of. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the hippie movement was like the first time in a long time that this government saw some shit like that. And so they came with this hip hop shit to get niggas away from that, because we do the same type of hippie shit. Look what rappers talk about, doing fucking Molly, ecstasy, fucking smoking weed, getting drunk, partying, fucking everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it really was disguised. It was disguised as good, like the 3 strikes law. But then we find out niggas catching their 3rd strike from stealing a candy bar. So that's what the hip hop movement was. They brought it to us as something good when really it wasn't. It was just a tool for them to break up the hippie movement through hip hop. And that's why to this day, the system is not broken to them. You heard what I just said. Look at all the record labels and these corporations. They put billions and billions of dollars behind this rap shit. All right.
What's up, that man?
If it really was a problem, you wouldn't have these record labels putting all these billions of dollars behind these fucking gangster rap artists. If it really was an issue, no, they want that. This is what hip hop is about. It's about the beef. It's about, that's what they promote. You know what I'm saying? So if the people who are in charge of it is promoting the violence, that lets you know that hip hop was created for vice a gun. You make a gun to kill people, you don't kill people.
I mean, everything is like, monitored, okay? And you can see with social media, like when you post something and you get in jail and you can't post and block, everything is monitored that's going to be shown to the masses, because whatever is shown to the masses has much power, for the masses to abide by. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like with all this content and knowing this, they're not going to allow gangster rappers saying fuck the police, like clear as day, to be on this pedestal making all this money doing all these things.
But they did though.
It takes me back to the coon, like blackface.
NWA did that. Ice-T, NWA said fuck the police, and all of them is in history, right? They still make movies about them. Ice-T came out with Cop Killer, and this nigga play a cop on TV right fucking now.
Right.
So,
absolutely.
Okay, and look at Tupac. Tupac called the white man the devil, said all of this shit, and right now they teach Tupac in the upper universities, Harvard and shit like that. They have lectures on Tupac.
Everything.
All right, so what I'm saying is, you can look.
And he
the
supposedly shot 2 police officers.
Exactly. And they killed him because they feared that he was getting the people together. Why? And like I said, they're not teaching that in black colleges, bro. They're teaching this shit in these white prestige colleges. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you can Google that shit. Colleges with Tupac courses. All right, Harvard, like all they top fucking colleges. They're not teaching this shit to black students that's in these fucking these black colleges. They teaching this shit to the little Donald Trump in them. All right, like, how come, like I said, when it comes to the West Coast, all of these niggas who were supposed to be fighting against the system all work for the system. Snoop worked for the system. Motherfucking, like I said, Ice-T play a cop right now. Dr. Dre still relevant. Cube, look at what Cube went to do with his career, his movie career, all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? All of these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? And they're not really who we think they are. They're selling us an image. Right? And they're selling our children an image, but it's not really true. Like, it's not really real. That's why I don't believe. Look, we don't know these people. I be telling you stories that you never even heard before. You know what I'm saying? You be like, damn, nigga, like I'm just now hearing that. Like, you don't even know people you've been around 20 years. Like, you don't know everything about them. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why we feel like we actually know these people.
We know these people. Yeah,
they lied and shit like that.
Chris Brown slapped Rihanna. Like, why? Why you can't believe it?
Usher
You don't
gave
even know Chris Brown. You don't
Usher
know.
gave a bunch of bitches herpes,
Where
and
he
this
come from,
nigga's
you don't know him.
Usher
And
gave a
that
bunch
trips
of
me
bitches
out too,
herpes,
like
and
how
he's still
people think
fucking
they
bitches.
really know celebrities just because they've been seeing them on TV all the
Or you know, they heard a story. You know, they heard a story, or read a news clip, or you know, saw
time.
something online. You know what I'm saying? Like they want to believe it, and that's the thing. Like it don't matter what you say about the so-called white man. You know what I'm saying? You can say whatever the fuck you want to say about him, as long as he's paying you to say whatever it is you're saying. That's who pay these motherfuckers.
Yes, exactly. Like, and like I said, it goes back to, cooning and blackface. Like you guys, research that. Like this stuff has been going on for many, many, many years. Like it's just in a different way. It's just in a different fashion. And I also want to, dang, let me think of this song. It's Lupe Fiasco, Bitch Bad.
Uh-huh.
Check out that song.
I already
Check
know.
out
Bitch
that
bad,
video.
woman badder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we talk about entertainment, let's look at the history of, even of entertainment, period, how people were entertained. It's I know back in the with the minstrel shows, there was, for some reason, Black people always been under a magnifying glass in so many like negative ways. And I know that, they were used to entertain, white people. Like when you even look at the movies that we look at, like a lot of them, like y'all got to help me out in the comments, but it's a lot of like, with the rich people and they're watching everybody kill each other. What is that last one?
The Purge?
I can't think of it. Huh?
The Purge?
The Purge. Okay, The Purge is one of them that has that same concept. You know what I'm saying? Of the different levels of things and how things go with entertainment and how it's being used. So, like you said, it's always been, the white man's money, or, that's how I'll just say it, that was, funding this opportunity for people to be, entertainers or whatnot. So now in this new era, it's made up like, like this, like you're a singer, you're an actor, you're football players, you're this. And then also check out a documentary on Netflix with my boy. Damn, I can't think of nobody damn name with the afro. What's his name, CO? Light-skinned dude. Kaepernick. Check it out, because he talked about that too, like how they size up football players, like how they
Hey, but hold on, wait a minute. Wait,
players.
hold on. See, that's what I be talking about. Look, Colin Kaepernick is 100% an actor. Now, I'm a 49ers fan. I'm a 49ers fan my whole life. I watched them go to the Super Bowl. I watched Colin Kaepernick when he was doing his shit. Now, for a lot of people who just don't know that sports is scripted, all right, a lot of them niggas miss tackles on purpose. A lot of them niggas miss plays on purpose to make him look like something. The whole time he couldn't play football for shit. That boy couldn't play football for nothing. So his name is Kaepernick. Don't y'all know that this nigga is a goddamn Kappa? This nigga's a Kappa. This nigga is a part of the brotherhood. Like the nigga's the light-skinnedest nigga in the NFL, but he got an afro. Come on, bro. Where's the black nigga at? Like, they gave us Obama. Colin Kaepernick is nothing but a light-skinned Obama. They gave us the nigga who ain't really a nigga. They gave us a nigga who ain't really a nigga. These mixed niggas and all that type of shit. Like, bro, look, nigga, you mixed. In my opinion, mixed people are not black or white or whatever they mix with. You are mixed. You can't claim one fucking
the black
side.
gene is dominant.
And
So when people are
you can't
mixed,
claim.
you
Look,
claim to be the dominant gene, and that's
look,
why
no such thing. Look, there's no such thing as a dominant gene. There's no such thing as a dominant gene. I'm gonna just say this real quick off topic. If people really think that white people are less human than us, or they came out of caves and they was crawling on all fours, well, guess what? They beat your motherfucking ancestors' ass and they enslaved all of us. So if some fucking monkey men came out of the fucking cave after crawling on all fours and they was able to take over the goddamn world, that shit don't even make sense. It don't make, we was gods and kings and pharaohs and we had technology and we had this and but we let the monkey man crawl out the fucking cave and take over the What? We taught this nigga math, how to clean his ass, how to brush his teeth. We taught them everything supposedly, but yet they run the world. And this is why they don't give a fuck about us saying that we have the dominant gene, that we were first. They don't give a fuck about none of that, because when you look at reality, we don't own shit and they run everything. And it's not the white man. It's not the white man. Africa government do the same shit to their people. The Chinese government do the same shit to their people. All around the world, the governments fuck over their own people. Okay, so it's not just the fucking white man. It's called the United Nations. The nations have been united. We are the only ones that's divided based on what's your favorite football team, what, you know, all this
your
bullshit.
religion, if you're vaccinated, unvaccinated.
Look at Donald Trump family tree. Somebody Google Donald Trump family, not just his immediate, I'm talking about his grandparents and his uncles and aunties. You're going to see Asians. You're going to see black people. You're going to see Hispanics. You're going to see everybody in that fucking big ass picture with like 200 fucking people. This is why these families are so fucking big and they have power, because they are all integrated. And you know, they got us divided, talking about who is better than who. And these motherfuckers at the top better than all of us. You know what I'm saying? So, like, at the end of the day, Colin Kaepernick.
Everybody sitting at the table. It doesn't matter what country.
It don't, what color, what country.
Everybody sitting at the table. All the head honchos from each country sits at the table.
Yes, and like that's the hippie movement. That's what I was saying. That's what I was.
Twisted.
We can't do that. We can't create our own hippie movement where we get together, no matter your race and none of that, because it don't matter. Like, I don't know. It's just black people, we like our ego stroke. We like our ego stroke. And this is why the world is laughing at us. This is why they laughing at us and they call us niggers. Because we are ignorant as fuck, because the information is right in front of our face. The information is out here, but we choose to run with what is given to us, what is told to us, instead of actually finding out the real information for ourselves and spreading that. We spreading rumors that we heard from somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
That's in life. You know, this is a message. Because that is in life. Like, you cannot listen, people have motives and reason for telling you anything. Like, you cannot just listen to what people say. You know, you have to do your own research. And that's in every aspect of life. You know what I mean?
Kaepernick is a Kappa nigga.
Research everything. Stop believing what everybody tell you. You know what I'm saying? And do your own research. So Kaepernick is a Kappa. I mean, hey.
He's a Kappa nigga. Kaepernick, Kappa nigga. Okay, Kappa.
That I was making was that, you know, he had a documentary that explained how they sized football players, like how they did the quote unquote slaves back in the day. And you now is linking to me, because they always want to throw slavery back into modern day. And that's something that I'm against. I don't think that something like that should keep being repetitive. I think it's something that happened. It's something we need to learn about and move forward. But it just like keep getting revamped and rejuvenated and revamped. So I get you with the whole agenda. But I'm just saying, when it comes down to the entertainment period, there is a puppet master. Okay, so don't believe everything you see. Like, everything is smoke and mirrors. Like, you got these feminine rappers, okay, with guns under their dresses, that, you know, is carrying on this image that is real dudes. It's like, that's cold. Like, that is just like this world. I'm telling you.
And you know, and there's an interview.
Like, do you know how twisted that is? Like,
look, there's an interview. I
don't know. It's just a lot of clownery going on.
There's an interview of Young Thug. I think it's on Breakfast Club. They asked Young Thug why he don't wear dresses and paint his nails no more. He said because his son, you know, is getting older, and he don't want his fucking son to see him in videos and stuff like that. But you
want everybody else's sons to see you.
And that was exactly the host's reactions. The host was like, "Oh, I think it was Big Boy. I think that was on Big Boy." And Big Boy was like, "Oh, so fuck our kids, huh? You done damaged our kids, and now you're getting the fuck up out of there because you don't want your kids."
You know what? I didn't even see that. I didn't even know that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But really, you know, but there are dingy people out here. Like, seriously, I've experienced it in my personal life, how manipulated, easily manipulated people can be, and how naive. And
hey, let me ask you a
the
question.
truth can be in your face. like in your face, and you still choose to not believe the truth. Like, what is wrong with people today? Like, really, like, you can be told anything and really believe it to be so. And that really, my prayer for everyone is to stop it and be more resourceful. Yeah.
And
And research
people gotta
and do
start
your
thinking shit
own,
too.
find out your own information. You know what I mean? The dangers of a one-sided story. And that's the thing with Young Thug. I can't.
You know, this is a
It's
thing,
just
bro.
too
Like people
much.
don't put two and two together. We don't put two
They
and two
don't, and it
together.
seems like they
We
don't
want
want to. They're just to
we
live their
want a
little
hero. We
fairy
want a
tale
hero
life.
so bad. We want heroes so
Funny.
bad. Um, you had said something earlier, but like for instance, Malcolm X. Who the fuck you think owned the stage he was standing on while he was giving his speech?
Hmm.
Who you think owned the microphones this nigga was talking through? Who you think owned the speakers, and who the fuck you think was engineering the goddamn sound when he was giving his speech? Who you think owned the fucking cameras and the TV channel that was showing the goddamn shit? All white people. All white people. White people own that goddamn channel that Malcolm X was speeches and shit was on that stage and all that shit. Same with
Hmm.
MLK. All right, we don't own TV stations. We don't own airways. We don't own none of this shit. They're all fucking puppets, but they are not just puppets. Some of these motherfuckers are just doing their jobs. Some of these people are just doing their jobs. If you ever
Yeah,
notice,
that's to the topic with that
look,
part, with the
if
people
you
are doing their jobs here because
if you ever
that
notice,
part.
all black rappers got the same backstory. No father, raised in the ghetto, had to sell drugs. Mama
Single
was on
mom,
drugs, was in and out
mama,
of, was going to jail,
hmm
niggas being shot, right?
hmm
Everybody
being
got the same
shot.
story. Now look, even with fucking
Absolutely.
sports,
And I'm from the
even
hood,
with
and I
sports,
mean, people have gotten shot though,
no, but even
but
in
not
sports,
everybody. Yeah, not
even in
everybody.
sports. It's the same with all the niggas in sports. All of these black fucking athletes, 90% of these black athletes, same fucking thing. LeBron James, raised in the fucking ghetto, no father, being raised by a single mom. A lot of these dudes was in that situation. Look at these black comedians. Why is Chris Rock, um, um, Eddie Murphy, like all these niggas' stories is the same. They all was broke, poor growing up, had to share fucking clothes with their siblings. And it's crazy because they be cracking jokes when they be talking about their lives. Growing up poor. They be making jokes and yeah, nigga, me and my brother had to wear the same dirty drawers.
Hmm.
Stop believing these people. Okay, do you
It's
really
real
think
facts.
every comedian got the same background? Every rapper got the same background? Every black sports player got the same background? These motherfuckers, we don't know these
What are the
people.
odds?
They're
What
actors.
are the odds that everybody have the same story here? You know what I
The same
mean?
backstory.
That relates. Okay, because we both from the hood, CO. Okay. I know, I personally know people that, you know, are now celebrities now. So I say now, like, are successful, I want to say, when it comes down to their momentum in the
Well,
entertainment
Nipsey,
world. They are
Nipsey Hussle,
successful. People that I know personally in the hood, like, you know what I'm saying?
well,
I'm
Nipsey was
success. I'm there. I
Nipsey,
am successful, but
Nipsey Hussle was successful. Nipsey Hussle,
the marathon continues.
yeah, Nipsey Hussle is what we would call a West Coast icon. Nipsey Hussle was
Right.
not a household name. He was not a house. Once you go outside of California and you start
Hmm.
going, the South and all that, Nipsey Hussle was not a household name. All right, and I'm just telling you because I done heard plenty of motherfuckers say they didn't even know who Nipsey Hussle was. I done read a lot of comments and shit and posts and stuff, but a lot of people like, oh, I didn't know I never heard his music, but you know what I'm saying? My condolences, R.I.P. Nipsey, and like I said, he was successful, but he wasn't a household name around the world. Nipsey couldn't go to Africa and perform because they ain't nobody in Africa know this nigga music. Okay, he wasn't on Jay-Z. He wasn't even on Kendrick Lamar's status. Kendrick Lamar is way of a more superstar than Nipsey, but Nipsey Hussle had more of an impact on the culture. You know what I'm saying? So even when people are successful, we're still not talking about the upper echelons of uh, of the tier. All right,
Hmm.
because yes, there are some people from the streets who make it, but if your goal is to go to the NBA and you just so happen to make it to the minor leagues, you still feel like you achieved something, even though you didn't make it to the NBA. You still playing pro ball. You're still
Right.
playing pro ball. You know what I'm saying? So yes, a lot of people, just because they're at a certain level of success, don't mean that they don't, like, that's their limit. Like, no, motherfuckers want to be up there, up there. So that's what I'm talking about, the motherfuckers that's up there, up there. You know what I'm saying? These household names, motherfuckers who are mega stars and
Yeah,
superstars.
the
And
megas. Yeah, because it's
yes,
different levels to this. I like to say that almost like, yeah, it's definitely different levels.
yeah, because bottom level people don't know shit. LAPD don't know nothing but what they get told in their briefings every fucking day. They don't know what the detectives know. They don't know what the feds know. They don't. It's a need to know basis. And when you at that lower level, you just minions being sent out to do the jobs of the higher ups. Back once again, motherfuckers just doing their jobs. You know what I'm saying? So like in all systems, just because you're a part of the system, if you're at the bottom, you're nothing. You're nothing. These aren't people that's born in. These are the people who sworn in. All right, but there are people who are born into these societies that are fighters, who are police officers, who are chiefs, who are goddamn COs and wardens of prisons and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
there are people who run these big ass companies and shit like that who are born into these societies. So everybody don't have to goddamn be a puppet, because everybody is not a puppet. Some of these people got royal blood, and the people with royal blood don't have to put in as much work as the niggas who got sworn in. The niggas who got
Right,
sworn in would
right.
never know. They would never know the depths of what's really going on, because you still an outsider. Even with gang culture, when you born into a hood, it's better than somebody bringing you to the hood, but you grew up somewhere else, because even though you're a part of the hood now, you still an outsider. You didn't go to school with us. You're not really one of us. You don't have no stories growing up playing in the sandbox, slapboxing with us.
Mm-hmm,
You know
mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So, even though you're a part of, it doesn't mean that you're actually a part of. That's why a lot of people get used for certain things, and then we don't hear from these people no more. You know what I'm saying? Because they were used. But trust me,
Yeah.
the people higher up at the top, they are not your Jay-Z's and Beyonce's and Serena Williams and all of these mega stars. Please believe. And that's another thing. If white people hated us so much, if they hated us so fucking much, why do we have black millionaires, black billionaires, black successful people who get to experience the same type of life as millionaires? You know how many poor white people would never be able to fucking rent a goddamn yacht? But yeah, you got
Hmm.
hella black people out here who own yachts.
That's renting yachts.
No,
I
they
mean,
yeah,
yes, and owning. Yeah,
they
yeah,
own in
yeah.
these motherfuckers. And you got white
Right,
people who would
right.
never even they would never even step foot on the yacht. You know what I'm saying? So it's like your higher ups, this is why they higher up there like that. They got the same fucking backstory, but at the end of the day, like, you don't know who you celebrating. You still worshiping somebody when you celebrate a celebrity. Is worship. You know what I'm saying? So what better
Mhm.
way to deceive you by getting you to worship the enemy without you knowing you worshiping the enemy?
Enemy. Come on, come on, come on,
You know?
come
You
on.
worshiping their
Come
grandsons.
on. Just like a
You were
lot of
we
mothers that can sleep with the enemy.
Oh yeah, we worshiping their grandsons and great nieces and
Real
nephews
talk.
and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So that's what these
yes.
mega celebrities are. They are part of the establishment. They just like a few generations under, but it's their turn for them to do whatever it is that they were set out to do. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we ain't doing nothing but celebrating this. We still celebrating the enemy. And this is why I know real celebrities is making real changes in people, real lives in our real communities. Black lives only matter when white people kill black people, but when we kill each other, why ain't nobody marching? Where Black Lives
Where,
Matter
yeah,
at?
where's the protesting then?
Yeah, where's the reporters and everybody who's
Mm-hmm,
concerned
mm-hmm.
about black lives? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, nobody concerned about if people cared about black lives, we'll be protesting these goddamn record labels that's promoting this fucking violent
Like
music. We'll be promoting these goddamn slave movies that's portraying us to be slaves, like you were saying.
slaves.
We'll be
Come on,
protesting
come on.
instead of buying tickets to go see the shit, instead of buying the
Mm-hmm.
DVD and renting the shit on net. Like, no, bro, like we so backwards.
Yeah, it's too backwards. You know what I'm saying? I think that God put me on this mission. I feel like Noah from Noah's Ark. I feel like all the tools for me to do this was, it just showed up on my doorstep. I feel like this is something that I was called to do because, um, as a woman of color, and the experiences that I go through, I noticed that the biggest problem is within the people who look like me and you. Like, I don't understand why we treat each other this way. I don't understand why we're so easily manipulated, why we're so easily, emotional, and why we treat each other the way we do. With the whole crabs in the barrel, the whole attitudes, the whole, I want to shit on people, when people use that term and things of that nature. And I thought to myself, like, self, I want to talk about it. We have these platforms. I'm about to do Stuck at a Green Light. It's about to be a podcast. I'm about to have people join this mission. You know what I'm saying? But it just is really frustrating when you see that, do they even really give a damn? Like, you know what I'm saying? Or are they happy with the lifestyles that they're living and with the way things are, but then want to pick and choose when to be at an uproar?
Well, it's hip hop. Hip hop is the problem, man. Hip hop
It's like, I don't get it.
Hip hop is what fucked the whole family structure. Not the family structure, but the unity, the unity structure. You know what I'm saying? Between our people, hip hop fucked that up, because even in the early stages of hip hop with battle rap, you know what I'm saying, it was all about my car cleaner than yours. Da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's just hip hop culture. Look at all these dudes who was, like I said, they was broke, sleeping on a nigga couch, and now that they own and they got all this jewelry on, they want to talk about broke niggas. Oh, you niggas broke. You niggas, and they want to flash money and shit like they wasn't.
When
broke.
they was once broke.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. So that's hip hop culture.
How dare you?
That's hip hop culture. So that's what I'm saying.
Dare
hip hop
you?
culture.
Right.
Hip hop was created as a weapon. All right. So people who listening to this goddamn rap shit and they listening to that and they believing in that shit, all right, they're gonna have that type of attitude. Like, they not finna motherfucking fuck with you like that, because they come from that culture where, like, no, nigga, I need to have the biggest chain. You know what I'm saying? I need to have the rarest Jordans on. You know what I'm saying? Or some niggas, they literally go to other states to get outfits so nobody else will have it back in their city. Like, niggas do all of this
to be
shit just
shitting.
Yes, but it comes from hip hop culture. Rappers do
come
this
from hip hop culture, because
all
that's where you
time.
see, and let's talk about it. Okay. I love the whole Egypt, everything essence, with, the Egyptians, the gold and this and that. We talk about where we come from Africa, that it's in our blood to want to flow. But this is what's being said. This is what's being said.
Fuck with Egypt.
Oh, this is what's being said. So we were once pharaohs, kings, queens, and we wore these things back in our in our other lives, I guess. So that is why us, as colored people, like to wear jewels and
okay. So hold on, just real quick.
But really, that is where it comes from. The whole hip hop culture. But the whole, flossing. I just got a question. Whole, South Central movies and the, menace to societies. And
so are you telling me that my ancestors? Are you telling me that our ancestors?
This is what's being said. That this is why we wear jewelry.
I just want to interject. Look.
Like, why we so big on gold chains, look, let me tell you something. Big things.
Look. The Pharaohs, first of all, wore skirts and makeup, eyeliner, lipstick, hairdressers. They was the first motherfuckers to wear a weave in they shit with the hairdress. All right, Pharaohs. Okay, yes, Pharaohs wore makeup, skirts,
and eyeliner, the whole shebang. Yeah.
Thank you. So with you saying that means all of these black males, right, who's homosexual, right? Because it seemed like it's getting hella big in our communities, right? They just practicing what their ancestors did, right? Wore fucking makeup and put on skirts and paint their fingernails and shit. So in that case, so in that case,
when we see even deeper.
Yeah, when we see these rappers and shit painting their nails and wearing dresses and shit, how can we say something about that if they're just if they're the descendants of the pharaohs? Because that's what them niggas did. See,
let's talk about it.
Ancient Egypt is known for what you call when you incest. It's known for incest, right? To keep the fucking blood in the family, right? It was a lot of incest going on. It was a lot of killing, right? A lot of murders.
Facts.
There
There
was a lot of
was a lot of
infidelity.
sacrifices.
There was a lot of fucking going on. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot
Right.
of gay. There's a lot of gay drawings on the wall in Egypt of men with erect penises together. I'm just saying, I done did research on Egypt. I don't fuck with Egypt. I don't come from Egypt. I ain't none of them who come from over there. Like,
Okay, look, and that's super dope. You know what I mean?
yeah, I don't subscribe to that or identify as African, as
Mm-hmm.
none of that. And this is the thing. See,
Okay.
it's so much shit here that our ancestors have done here, but we looking way across the ocean at some shit that ain't got nothing to do with us, and we have pyramids here, we have structures here, we have all type of museums and shit here of the ancestors who were here.
Mm-hmm,
You know what I'm saying? And it predates white people, it predates the Mongolians, it predates everybody. All right, so we have always been here, but we're not looking for our true history. We claiming to be some motherfucker, and this is why Africans don't have respect for us, because they know we're not them. And it's like, if you claim to be me, I wouldn't have respect for you either, nigga. If you was claiming to be me, because Africans
Okay.
would never have. They couldn't
Like, you are
survive
not
the way we live.
African. And I've
Nah.
wondered that, like, when I be having discussions with people about these things, and I've wondered that, like, because I definitely notice people that's like from the islands or like, African, that actually have like the native home other than here or whatever, do not consider the quote unquote African American. They do not like them like that. I'm not going to say all, but most. And
We
I believe that
ignorant.
is the reason why, because you're
We
trying to
ignorant,
impersonate something that you're not. Like,
and
let's
we're
really
ignorant.
dive into this. Like, really, what is the reason why all of this? Like, even when in the okay, let's the Latin culture, whatever. You have people from Mexico and then El Salvador and all that stuff, and they don't like that either, to mix, to mistake a person who's from El Salvador with a person who's you call it a Salvadorian person Mexican is its own. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's go back to us, and why this whole African American term needs to be definitely dissected and deleted. Okay, deleted. All right,
I'm gonna make it
because
simple.
of that. Because of calling yourself something that you're not. That's probably why you're not getting money, reparations, none of that stuff, because you keep marking African American on your application. When my mom, her death certificate, and before her I'm sorry, birth certificate said, and rest in peace to my mom, I love you. Her birth certificate said Negro. It was Negro. Now it's this African American. It's just categorizing individuals. Um, you know,
But
so
who else
we do
changed?
need to look at African American. The people who I'm African American. Really understand. Are you? I was born on American soil. Me.
And all of
So
your ancestors that you know,
I'm
anybody that
from
you can
here.
trace was born here.
The comments is coming in. Let's see what's up. Oh shit, what's going on, Jazzy? Beautiful, up in cyberspace. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Talk
sold
that
out.
shit, CO. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you was on fire. Absolutely. Wowzers. The conversation is definitely going in. You expose some real shit right now. Like, absolutely, Jazzy, you already know. You know what I'm saying? You already know. Like, I mean, we are diving into this. We're diving into it because it needs to be talked about. And then let's go to the black. I'm black. I'm black, blacker than black, black, black. That is such a dark term to call yourself. If you research what the word black means, would you really want to be considered that? So we have to be educated. See, look, there is so much to learn. And
That's really, but like that,
you have to be educated to know
you know,
what's really going on. Jazzy is saying that she's Moor. What do you think about the Moors, CO? As we're on this topic of, this, because we go kind of on topic, off topic with clash of thoughts, because everything stems. We're talking about what's going on in the entertainment right now, with Gangsta Rap, you know, what's going on with the whole, you know, RICO Act and with Young Thug and Gunna, like all this, you know, but there is always a root to everything, you know, and I want to dive into it, you know what I'm saying? So what you think about the Moors?
There's some people that are Moors, you know what I'm saying? As far as my knowledge though, American Moors is more of a religion than it is like an identity. You know what I'm saying? It's like somebody calling themselves a Christian, saying I'm a Christian, I'm a Muslim, you know, I'm an atheist, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? It's more of a religion. My thing, my thing with Moors is this. There's a place called Morocco that is in North Africa, right? That's where the kingdom of Morocco is. That's where Moors are from. If more like I be watching videos and shit about Moors who like get they be like going to court or they get pulled over and shit, and you know what I'm saying, they be like, well, I'm a Moor, I'm not a part of this, I'm not a part of this system, and y'all don't have no jurisdiction over me and this, that, and the third. See, but the thing about that is that shit don't work over here. You got to go to Morocco with that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like a Mexican coming, it's like a Mexican being over here telling the goddamn police, you can't touch me because I'm a Mexican and I'm not from here. You don't give a fuck. If you fucking committed, you ain't even got to commit a crime. If they want to lock you the fuck up, we know how dirty like the police is. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you an immigrant from somewhere else, nigga. ICE is getting involved. You know what I mean? But I just don't. See, this is the thing, okay? If black people want to know what the fuck to call yourself, I'm gonna tell you right now. Since the so-called enemy is the fucking white man, right? What the fuck do the white man call himself? American. He don't put German, Russian, American, none of that. He just called himself American. So check this out. Why you think your enemy call himself American and want you to call yourself all these other things? Because that's exactly what all of us niggas is. We are Americans. We not African American, Black American, none of that. We are the Americans. Period.
Period.
It don't matter what kingdom, because people, because people, people be wanting to know like. People want to know what tribe and all that type of shit. Well, what tribe in America? What land in America? Nigga, all of it. What the fuck is you talking about, bro? All of it, nigga. Amen. I don't go to Japan asking Japanese, oh, which part of Japan is yours? Nigga, it belongs to all of the Japanese people. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, bro, we are Americans. If you want to, whatever you want to identify yourself as, that's cool. But when you call yourself a Moor, when you call yourself African American, when you call yourself all of these different things that don't associate with the American system, you basically saying you're not American. Basically. You're denying exactly what the fuck you are, and they want you to. They want you to call yourself.
Okay, so Jazzy, she's making the good points down here.
No. United States. No, you look. It's called the United States of America. America is from Canada to Brazil. America is from Canada to Brazil. All of the islands, Cuba, Jamaica, Haiti, Puerto Rico.
Of America.
Yes, the United States of America. And see, this is why all 50 states, yes, the USA but America is not. America is the geographic land. It's the geographic landmass that these corporations operate on. That's what America is. You know what I'm saying? Look, the United States is not one country, y'all. It's 50 different countries. And this is why all 50 states have different fucking laws. All 50 states have different fucking laws, and they get to goddamn issue whatever punishment that they want based by state. They give each state, when this COVID shit happened, it was up to each state to put they state on lockdown, to fucking release the COVID shit. It was up to each state. This is not one state, y'all. This is 50 fucking states. I mean, it's not one country. It's 50 countries, all under the umbrella of the United States. Each state is its own territory and its own country. All right? They all just operate under the federal government, which is the United States of America. So they're not Americans. They are operating on the land of America, claiming to be Americans, while the Americans is claiming to be African. And that's even to my Moors, because Morocco is in Africa. Morocco is in Africa. And that's the thing that I have, like, even with mixed people, you can't say you one race. A person can't be from two different places at one time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you Puerto Rican, but you claiming to be Aboriginal or indigenous to America, it's like, how are you claiming two different land masses that ain't even connected to the same fucking land? Africa and the United States is far as fuck from each other. So there's no way a person can say, I'm a Moor, right? But I'm indigenous here. Like, no, it don't go that way, because here is not Morocco. But a lot of Moors do believe that this is Morocco. A lot of Moors think that the United States is Morocco. But once again, the Moroccan government is running shit right now in Morocco, and the United States government is running shit in the US. You know, so that's who have the jurisdiction. You know what I'm saying? It's each government have its own jurisdiction of its people.
Let's talk about it. Okay. And I have taken geographic. And I know that everything was just one and broke apart when the plates moved or something of that nature. I don't know if anybody else have heard this story.
Yeah, it's called Pangea.
Okay, so by, you know, Jazzy mentioning that this is Africa, yeah, you know, it's all just...
It's funny, Africans don't even call themselves Africans.
I don't even know how to explain it. It was all one, and now it's many. Oh my goodness, with all of this, like, it is just completely mind-blowing, okay, how just the lies. It's like we just live lies upon lies. You know what I'm saying? It's just very interesting.
If you ever met an African person from Africa, they don't even call themselves Africans. Africans don't call themselves Africans. They call themselves whatever country they from, Nigeria, this, that, and the third. All right, they do not consider themselves Africans. And they don't even say that they from Africa. They'll tell you, I'm from Nigeria, I'm from Ghana, I'm from wherever. Okay, I'm from Sudan. All right, so that's why I'm saying.
Very true.
So why would us in America call ourselves Africans when the people in Africa don't even call them fucking selves Africans? Come on now. They do not call themselves Africans, bro. Because there's no, if you tell somebody you African, they gonna ask you, okay, what part of Africa? And Africa got like 32 countries or some shit like that. Okay, so there's 32 different countries in Africa. So when you tell a person you from Africa, that don't tell them nothing, because each country have its own traditions, its own food, its own dance, its own style of music. All right,
absolutely.
So just by you saying you from Africa does not tell nobody nothing about you, because that don't say shit. It's 1,000 cultures in Africa, nigga. Which culture are you from?
Yes, it is. Come on,
you feel what I'm saying? So that's why they don't. This is why they don't call themselves Africans, because they know that there's no power behind them calling themselves Africans.
African, come on.
But this is not Africa. This is America. And see, we had unity here.
America.
This is why when they was building pyramids and had slaves and shit building them pyramids in Africa. These pyramids over here, there ain't no stories about them being built by slaves. Okay, and these pyramids is bigger, older, all that type of shit. And you can tell because, anyway, that's a different story. But this is not a knock. It's not a knock
real talk.
It's not a knock to Africa. But what I'm saying is, this is why we spoke about earlier. Africans don't have respect for us when the fuck they come over here. This is why they don't respect us, because we claiming to be them. And it's like, damn, nigga, like, you know, we motherfuckers sneaking on, hiding in wings and shit on planes to get over here to America. Nigga, you do not see mass niggas trying to leave fucking America to go to Africa, but it's hella Africans that's trying to flee to get the fuck to America. Look how many people flock to America from all over the world, bro, every single day. America is that land. But once again, since the owners is claiming to be foreigners from somewhere else, the government got to take control, because the Americans don't even want to be Americans. They want to be
It's like
Africans.
giving up your power. You know what I'm saying? Just like, and I'm going to use this example because I'm forever the realist. Like, okay, you get like a 30-day notice, okay? And immediately, like when people got power, they take advantage of your stupidity and your lack of knowledge of something. You know what I'm saying? So you get a 30-day notice and immediately you think you got to leave. You know what I'm saying? So you start packing up your stuff and leaving. you know, and you think that this is what you had to do. But lo and behold, when you have more knowledge of things and when you know more, and you know, and investigate more, you understand that you can't just get kicked out like that. Like it's a whole process that you have to go through, and to know your rights and to hold your rights. So yes, based on your stupidity, like a lot of times, you know, the people in power win because you just gave it up. You just gave up your rights, like a little easy little hoe that's been waiting around to just, you know, man or something. Like it's just you've been waiting and waiting. You know what I'm saying, for this opportunity. You feel
Man,
me? And so, boom, you done gave your rights away, knowing that you could have been still staying there for a year or two. Like, you feel me? So it's
and
all
you know
about
it's
that.
crazy,
Like, you feel
and
me?
it's
It's
crazy because
weird.
like, you know, they tell us they tell us that Africa used to be green. They say Africa used to be green and beautiful. But guess what? America is still green and beautiful. We claiming to be from some fucking desert land with people who got the highest rate of AIDS because they got the highest rate of malnutrition. You know what I'm saying? They be having flies all around their damn faces and shit, like the little babies with the fat stomachs and shit. Like, come on, bro. Why are we claiming to why do we want to be in such a fucked up situation after so-called slavery? Nigga, you got it good in America. You know how good we talking about black people being millionaires, billionaires, starting businesses, being able to homeschool your kids. And like, nigga, you are not forced to do certain things. You're a female. You don't want to be circumcised as a woman. But it's
And
certain
that is
countries
definitely in the culture of all of
in
that.
Africa,
What's
in a
up,
lot of
King
places
and
in
B,
Africa.
coming on up in here saying that we proud Africans, you know.
Hey, look,
Hey,
hey, no knock to nobody. No knock to it.
no, not to nobody,
But
King
this is
and
the
B,
thing
but
though.
where from Africa are you from? You know, because
No,
that is
and
the
it's not
thing that
even
we're,
about.
you know,
And then it look,
I mean,
that's
because
fine.
that's the
That's
thing, that's
fine. Look,
basically what we're
nobody's
talking
telling
about.
you.
Like, it's
Look, nobody's telling you not to
nobody's
be a
just
proud
saying I'm
African.
African, right?
Nobody's telling you not to be a proud African. What I'm telling you is this. Nigga,
You
just because
gotta
you
be
African don't
proud.
mean I'm African, bro. Just because you African and identify as African, don't put it on all of us, because all of us do not identify. So if you want to be a proud African, brother, that is all good. You know what I'm saying? That is all good. Like, but I'm just saying, you're not gonna tell me where I come from just because you are African. That don't mean I'm an African because, you know, we look alike and got the same hair texture and all that. Africans don't grow this, bro. I'm sorry. I done seen a whole lot of Africans, my nigga, and they be having a little BDBs and shit. Like, I'm just saying, when you really look at Africans, if we were somewhere and some Africans stepped in the room, everybody's going to know that they African just based on
And
how
look
they
at
look.
it.
They don't look like us. Period. They don't have our swag. Nobody in the world got our motherfucking swag.
Swag.
Africans follow us. All right. If Africans came over here, if the biggest rapper in Africa came over here to perform, we don't know that shit. But they know from everything from fucking Snoop Dogg to
Absolutely.
Tupac to 50 Cent to Pop Smoke, nigga, in Africa. They being like us. You go to any poor village in Africa, you're gonna see a Coca-Cola, a Snicker, a Nike shirt, anything. Nigga, you're gonna see some American shit everywhere you go in Africa.
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely. The
so
music, the
and
dancing,
all of them got
everything.
dreams, and all of them poor people got dreams to what? Make it to America one motherfucking day. We the only motherfuckers who trying to go to the place where niggas got dreams to come to. We running from a place that every Chinese, Hispanics, Africans, all over the world, nigga, they leave their countries to come here. And we the only motherfuckers here talking about, oh, I don't want to. Well, go to Africa. And then, why a lot of Pan Africans don't do that, right? Why a lot of Pan Africans don't just go to Africa and live in Africa? Get a bunch of people together, go fund me some money. You know what I'm saying? I mean, go fund y'all some money and put a bunch of niggas on the plane and go chill in Africa. Stop complaining about the white man this, the white man that, the system this, the system that. If you don't want to deal with it no more, go home. Oh shit, we can't go there. Why? Because the moment we get off the fucking plane, nigga, they looking at you like a lick. Why? You American, nigga. Everywhere you go in the
American.
world, you a target.
Everywhere you go,
Everywhere you
and
go
they
in the
know
world.
you
Why? Because they think
American.
you got money,
Okay,
nigga.
they
They
think
think
you
you got
rich.
money. They
They
think you
want
a
to,
rapper,
yes,
a
yes.
celebrity.
That's
Come
real
on, bro.
facts. People who
Nigga,
need to travel and understand that that is definitely real
nigga,
facts. You know what I'm
they
saying?
love us. And I can prove, not right now, but I can prove that the American language came from niggas. It came from us here in America. We created the goddamn English language. These motherfuckers took the shit and took the shit to Britain. Okay, but Nigga, why you think we change shit? Why you think we say something, nothing, and not something, nothing? And why you think we turn words like deaf and ill and sick, which are bad words, into good words? Shit
Good
like, oh, that's
word.
dope. Why you
I'm
think
with
we
it.
do shit like
The
that? Because we
goodness.
the only culture who can flip these fucking
Absolutely.
American, we can flip these English words into whatever we want it to be because it's our language. We the only ones who can flip these fucking words like that. This is our language. This is our land. If people are African, that's fine. But don't tell the people who don't want to be African, oh, no, nigga, you just don't know it. But you are African. Like I said, my ancestors is not them niggas with skirts and eyeliner and little boys. Y'all can say whatever. You know, that's the Pharaoh, and he was bigger than everybody else. No, he looked like a big nigga, and everybody else looked little. And when I use my mind, that says an adult with a whole bunch of kids, point blank, period. You gonna put it on Michael Jackson? You gonna put it on this motherfucking Pharaoh too, nigga? Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Well, you
yeah.
know, Michael
Get the fuck out
Jackson
of here.
had that video with the whole Pharaoh,
Exactly. Yeah, it was
yeah,
symbolic. It's symbolic.
very
That's what I'm telling
symbolic.
you. That's what I'm telling you,
Wow,
bro.
you connected those dots like that, just like that, because you know Michael Jackson was accused of what? Fucking with a gang of children.
And even being around them, sleeping with them, having them in his mansion, in his home.
In his
People thought it
home,
was weird.
yes, creating a fun space, you know what I'm saying, for children, luring them in like
Yeah,
all
they not gonna
predators
tell me that
do.
they not
All
gonna tell me that
predators.
one of my great great
Luring.
grandmamas. They not gonna tell me that one of my great great grandmamas slept with her brother just to get power one day, just so she can turn around and murder him, so she can become the queen and lead. And like, no, nigga, I don't come from that history. That's that Pharaoh African shit where niggas was killing their own, sleeping with their own brothers and sisters for power and all this type. Like, I don't come from that, bro. I do not come from that history. They was over there doing that. They still eat kids. We ain't even gonna go there. But nigga, everybody ain't African. All
Everybody
right,
ain't African. And that's
nah.
the point. So, yes, that African American term, people come on now. All right, let's get it. Let's go. You
Hey,
know,
Africa, look, it's not real quick. It's not just African American, indigenous, fucking Aboriginal, motherfucking
Moors,
native. Talking about we the real Indians and all this type of nigga. Indians got
all
fucking
that.
red dots on their foreheads, nigga, and they from
Yes,
India.
they
Like,
do.
come
And
on, bro.
beautiful hair that a lot of women who don't have, okay.
And all of these white people just get to call
What
themselves
I'm
American.
saying is, we all, even I have hair. I used to wear the weaves. All right, anyway, what I'm saying is Indians have beautiful hair that, you know, is made into weaves. You feel me? So that part, okay, moving on. Damn. Okay, so I want to go back to what you said about our ancestry and how, you know, wearing skirts and makeup and these things that are still happening today. You know, I thought about the story of Moses. I thought about the story of Moses. I mean, we're going, well, you know how we do on Clash of Clans. Okay, you know, the story of Moses. All right. The sea was parted open. Moses went up on the mountain to talk to the fiery bush to get, you know, to talk to God, to get the 10 Commandments in hand. When he was all of this miracles, oh my goodness, like if I was to see a river open up and I'm crossing it, I'm obeying whatever I need to obey. But when Moses, and these are for those of you who don't know, when Moses came down the mountain, what did he see? You know, he saw them, you know, the people, you know, worshiping this and sex and doing things of all kind of foul, you know, sin, which he was upset. So it repeats itself and repeats itself. And that's what people got to understand about the cycle of life. You cannot escape what is. People say they know God, but do you really know God to say what he will do, wouldn't do, what he will allow, don't allow? Like, or are these stories that you're being told? You know what I'm saying? That really hit hard, CO, because when the world ended, because of these people were doing these things, I guess with the flood, the big flood and everything that happened, people are still doing the same things today. You know what I mean? Hey, we all got an ancestry. We all got an ancestry.
And,
And
but and,
it's
it-
been the same story. It's been the
and see
same.
the thing about our ancestry is though,
This is not.
we want to take our ancestry away from this land. You know what I'm saying? If you go to China right now, they're not talking about some Jesus that took place in Israel. All right, they gods that they worship walk their land. You know what I'm saying? When you go to these countries, the guys that they worship walk their land. A lot of these people even worship their ancestors. All right, we the only people here in America that want to fucking swear on some shit that happened in a whole different part of the world that we don't even know what the fuck is going on today with all the internet and the social media, nigga. We don't know what's going on in the Middle East with where all this shit was happening with Jesus and in Rome and shit. We don't know what the fuck is going on over there, but we act like we take these stories and we vouch for these stories when none of that shit took place here in America. So it can't be really our ancestry if it didn't take place on the lands that we were born in. Look, I was born here. You were
Right.
born here. We're from this land. This is our land. We were born here. Our ancestry is from this land. So once again, why you think your enemy gave you Jesus? Why you think why you think these schools don't teach about like ancient America? Okay, the pyramids and the different civilizations, the Aztecs and all the Mayas and all these different people, because they don't teach us about this shit. But we got a Black History Month. Ask somebody, when you see a white person, say, "Excuse me, brother and sister," just say, "Excuse me." Do white people want a White History Month? They're gonna laugh at you and tell you no. Ask an Asian person in America, do y'all want an Asian History Month? We the only motherfuckers with a Black History Month, and they teach us like, man, come on, bro. That is sad. That is sad that we're getting our information from the enemy and we taking this shit as truth. Like, come on, like that's like I said, this is why nobody really respects us, because we're so fucking ignorant, bro. We're so fucking ignorant.
Yes. Perfect. Perfectly said. Perfectly well done. And that's why I can definitely believe in this whole puppets or police situation, because of everything that was stated. You know what I mean? And, we talk about like what we represent, our language, and all the things, that are of importance. You know what I'm saying? And it's just very unfortunate, that gangster rap is now the new net to catch niggas. And they did it in a wonderful way. You know what I'm saying? That was like well executed to use people. Now, are they the police? Do you think Young Gunna and them, like, is this just a setup and they not even really in jail? You know what I'm saying? Are they the police? Are they recruiting all these real gangsters into these record labels, okay, and cracking them down? And a lot of this is coming from the English language, okay, which is the lyrics and the music, because that's definitely going to be investigated in these, counts and offenses or whatever. All of this is to be, taken into account. Right?
Yeah, that's the main language spoken here. You don't go to Mexico and ask them why are they speaking in Spanish. Like, that's the language that we speak here. So of course we're gonna speak in that language. If somebody's speaking a different language, nigga, talk to the people who speak that language in that language. Why would you talk to somebody who don't understand? Or why would we? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, we that's what we speak. We speak English.
Jazzy was saying, like, as far as language, that we don't have our own language. What do you think about that? Because I think that was
okay.
very,
Look, I'm finna game you. Look, I'm finna game. I'm about to game you.
Said that. Like,
look,
know what
I'm about to game you. I'm about to game you.
Is that a setup?
Look, I'm about to game you. I already told everybody, you are American. Your language is English. It's your language. And if you don't believe me, Google Ebonics. Google Ebonics, and it would tell you that it is a Black English language. Why do you think they took Ebonics away from us? That's what I said when we say shit like, no, my nigga, that's dope. That's Ebonics, bro. Okay, but that is called Black American English. Okay, Google Ebonics and see what the definition. Do some research on Ebonics to see what Ebonics is. That is a language that belongs to Black people in America, which is English.
So when you hear someone like Jazzy say, fuck the English language as a Black, well, quote unquote, Black woman, what do you think about that?
What did it do to you?
Fuck the English language is.
That's what I'm saying. No, that's why I'm asking her. What did the English language do to you to make you say fuck it? Yeah. What beef do you have with the English language? Because if you show me spells,
she's saying we have one, but this ain't it.
I know, but But why should we say fuck the language that we do know? And
Very
then what we gonna
interesting.
speak? What we gonna speak if we say fuck the language that we do know? Then what we gonna speak? If nobody knows the language, how we gonna speak a language we don't know? Language is just language. Language is not truth. Language is it is a way to communicate. Okay, back then we communicated with symbols. With symbols, all right. But now we communicate with actual words and language, what we call language. There's nothing wrong with language. Like um, the word bitch. Every language there's a word for that word. Like it doesn't matter if you said it in English or in another language. It's still the same definition. You know what I'm saying? I don't, like I said, I don't we've been taught a lot of things, but if people did some research on, like I said, Ebonics, start at Ebonics and do research on Ebonics, and they would tell you that that is a Black English. We call it flavor. We call it style. The way we talk, the way our swag is, the way we
It
say certain
is
shit. All right, because
swag,
we talking cold,
gift
we
of
talking
gab.
cold, all that type of shit. You know what I'm
We
saying? Like
talking,
that's
yes,
yes, and they
absolutely.
call that shit Ebonics. But this is why they outlawed Ebonics. You know what I'm saying? They kind of put a bad rap on Ebonics. Is because it's our language, and they constantly want to take shit away from us. They want to take shit away from us by telling us shit is bad. And then you got your parents saying, don't use the N word. Hey, stop talking like that. Talk proper and shit. Like, what? Since when did we want to be like these motherfuckers? We never wanted to be like them motherfuckers. We didn't want to go to their schools. We didn't want to
Absolutely.
talk proper. We didn't want to listen to their fucking music. We like the bass and the loud boom, boom, clapping our shit. Like, we never wanted to be like these motherfuckers. And to our parents, started listening to the goddamn media and shit, believing these stories, start telling us stop using that language, stop calling each other that. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. But it's not. It was just it's something that's ours. Anytime your enemy put a bad name on something that belonged to you, it even have your name on it, you gotta pick that shit up. The fuck wrong with you? Why would you listen to your enemy? They told you that they would not let you learn English back in the day when they brought us from Africa. They said that we couldn't read or write their language. If they all was from Spain, Britain, and different places of Europe, that means they spoke different forms of European languages. They didn't speak English. The Spaniards, the Portuguese, they didn't. So how the fuck was the British communicating with the Portuguese and the Spanish if they speak fucking 3 different languages? And then the Native Americans here spoke a whole different, like, come on, bro. Like, you think that why you think white people don't speak in German and Russian? Because they lost their native tongue. You never lost your native tongue because you speaking it right now. We speak it right now. This is your native tongue. But once again, they can get us to hate ourselves. You know, Kanye said it. They made us hate ourselves and love their wealth. That's why Shorty hollering where the ball is at. They made us hate ourselves. We hate ourselves so much that we don't want to be anything that our ancestors was.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And that's like, you're not gonna call me something that my ancestors, not my grandma spoke English. Her mama spoke English. As far like all my ancestors that I know spoke
Yeah.
English. So I cannot say that that's not
Yeah.
my language. No, that's that. And then it's crazy because everywhere you go in the world, they speak English. They speak English is written on
Absolutely.
their buildings. Like, come on, like why are we running away from something that the whole world is adopting? We don't want to be from here. The world want to come here. We don't want the language that's here, but the rest of the world is trying their best to learn it so they can come here and get good jobs and shit just if they can learn English. And we sitting here treating the shit like it's nothing, like we do our communities when we throw shit on the ground and make it dirty and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard to see. We just treat our shit fucked up. We throw our shit away all the time, like, and just step on it. We don't cherish what's really ours. You know what I'm saying? This knowledge is not replaceable. It's called ignorance because people ignore shit. And that's why I tell people do research, because if the information is in your face and then you don't want to, you still want to have your same belief, that's cool. But at least put some time into researching it. You know, at least give
Very
yourself a
deep.
chance give yourself a chance at the truth. Don't just have a closed mind and be one-sided because you was, told something. Do your own research and
Or you
spend a
was
little time.
raised a certain way, or
Yeah,
you
you was
know.
taught some shit in
Mhm.
history. Like, no, nigga, we was never
Right, right,
slaves. And
right,
it's, you know,
right.
but yeah, like I said, no knock to nobody. Everybody can be who they want and what they want. Um, You know what? My name is Nacio, and it is actually Co is short for Nacio, and Nacio is actually Latin, and it means Nacio was a goddess. Nacio was a goddess, and she was the goddess of birth. You know what I'm saying? Uh, my son, I'm about to have a son, and I'm naming him Cupid. Cupid is Latin for love. You know, so I'm very, very, very well up to date with a lot of languages because I've done a lot of research on etymology. When you look up a word, it tells you it tell you the location that it come from, the time period that it came from. All right, so even if you look up a word in English, it's going to tell you if it's French, if it's Spanish, if it's Latin, whatever. They're going to tell you where it comes from just by looking up the word. So just by simply looking up a word, you find the origins of, and then if you want to go deeper, you start doing etymology and find the roots of these words. You know what I'm saying? But it's not hard to find where words come from. Um, we speak a language that is very hard to learn. Anybody who speak another language will tell you English is the hardest language to learn.
Yeah.
You know, but once again, it's our shit. We not only did we learn the shit, we flipped the shit, and we constantly flipping it. We constantly coming up with new shit and terms and all that type of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is our language, and we do whatever we want to do with it. No other race can take English and do what we do to it. Nobody, because it's ours. You can't take that away from us. You can't. We ain't gonna never stop calling each other niggas because we know deep inside that's who the fuck we are, and it's ours. So nobody's going to never be able to convince us in mass numbers to stop calling each other that, because deep down inside, something that we forgot here in our brain, our heart remembered who the fuck we are. And so when we call each other niggas, we're not speaking from the indoctrination that was put in our head. We speaking from the love from our heart that we got towards each other. That's what we speak from when we call each other niggas.
Yeah, and nigga, I mean, well, not nigga, but you know, negro. Okay, is
Negro,
black.
nigga.
Yeah,
Negro,
that's black.
nigga.
That's also Latin. I mean, you guys are speaking facts here. Like, I know Spanish, and I know that it's just because I know English first, right? So when I learned Spanish, it was like always a twist to the English word.
If y'all never
like
heard,
a little cha-cha-cha to
what about the
English words that we say.
What about the Nagas? Because see, the Nagas was some of our ancestors, right, who took the show on the road to Cambodia. When you go to Cambodia, you find pyramids and you find niggas all over ancient Cambodia, right? But it's the same gods and pyramid styles that's here in America. So the Nagas left America to go on to Cambodia and establish a civilization in Cambodia. But like I said, you have to go outside of the teachings and the history that is out there for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be able to be smart to search to get around shit. Okay, you can't directly search for shit because it's going to lead you right to where they want to lead you to. But if you know how to search the right shit to be able to go around, all right, then other shit start opening up and shit, and you'll start seeing like shit, and it makes sense. If it don't resonate, it don't, don't fuck with it. But I mean, at least give yourself a chance. Spanish and Latin is different. Yeah, I know. Spanish and Latin is different. And that's what I tell people all the time. Spanish, like Hispanics here in America is not Hispanics, because Hispanic people are Spanish people from Spain. Latinos, they Latin people. So the Hispanic people, they're not Spanish, Hispanic, Latina, Latino. They're not none of that shit, because all of them are foreigners from other parts of the world. And just like we calling ourselves Africans, the goddamn Mexicans here are calling themselves Spanish and Hispanic and shit. So they placing themselves off of this land as well. You know what I'm saying? So yes, Latin comes from ancient Rome. Like I said, my name, Nacio, is Latin. And my son, who I'm about to have in September, his name is Cupid, which is Latin for the love bearer. You know what I'm saying? So I'm Spanish and Latin is two different things. But they both European, because Spain and Europe is both in Rome. I mean, Europe. They're both in Europe. So just because they have two different fucking names don't mean they ain't the same group of people. Exactly. One is just Crips and the other one is just Bloods. That's it.
There we go. Yeah, real talk.
But yeah, man, all of these celebrities, man, it's not just the actors. I mean the rappers. These actors still play slave roles. They play gangster roles. They play dirty cop roles. They play prostitution roles. They play these roles. So as long as you get black people, you can pay black people to play these roles, they're going to do it. They're going to do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just in music, man. It's like motherfuckers is going to, but they say get the bag, motherfuckers is going to get the bag. What I know about the Tartarians? What? 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 That's what I'm talking about. We have a whole history. We have a whole history here in America, especially in LA, San Francisco, LA, Chicago. There's a lot of goddamn cities here in the United States that have a history that dates way, way, way back. A lot of our court buildings, a lot of our like city hall buildings and stuff like that. These buildings been around for thousands of years, and the people who built them is not the people who they tell us built them, and they were not built as office buildings. Castles didn't have doors or windows. People don't find that weird. Castles didn't have doors or windows. They were not used for housing. They were not built for people to live in. I know about Tartaria. Better stop playing with me. I'm American.
Yeah,
I told you I'm American.
Yes, come on now.
I told you I'm American. Shit, I know a little bit of history about shit that happened here. I've been taught about that shit already. So why am I going to keep regurgitating some shit when I can learn something new to be able to teach? Because I can't teach somebody if I'm just regurgitating the same shit that they heard somebody else say. I'm not trying to motivate you. No, nigga, I'm trying to spark something inside of you to get your brain to start working for itself.
Yes, to have your own knowledge, your own research, your own, and I encourage that a lot, big time. Dang, tonight was very, very educational, very informal. I love it. I love when Clash of Thoughts go in this direction. I let it flow, I let it go, because that's how it should be. Because it's just really important to share and to talk about what. Oh, yes. So what is that? Do you know what this is? What's she talking about?
No, I don't know about the conference art thing.
Yeah, me neither. But do your research on it for the people, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna do it as well. You feel me? But yes, very, very empowering. You know what I mean? Yeah, we did the damn thing. You know what I'm saying, C3o? Dope conversation, man. It's a community. We here. We talking about it. Thank you everybody that came through. Like what it do up in cyberspace. And it is what it is. Yes. You know what? You always got to keep repeating real shit. You know what I'm saying? That part.
But that's the thing about learning. See, anybody who think they know it all,
yes, come
is
on,
a dumbass.
like children learning something new. Come on.
I learn new shit all day. I go on a search for knowledge all the time. I want to learn.
I enjoy learning. Yes, and don't look at like bad stuff that happens to you as something that is just just dreadful and horrible. Like learn about it. Whatever is happening, take some time, learn about it. When with the things that you're hearing, like Tartarians and A, B, C, D, E, F, G, do your own research on it. This is Clash of Thoughts. We bring awareness. We talk about our opinions, but go to, do your own research all the time. You feel me? But yeah, it definitely went down tonight. Clash of Thoughts. You know what I'm saying? The conversation was definitely real, for real. And like I said, and I'm gonna say it again. Thank you everybody that tuned in. Thank you everybody that joined the conversation, shared. Like, it's very important, just to get it out there. Like, I would hate for a day when something happened to May and y'all want to stuck at a green light and Clash of Thoughts around so people could know who she was. Like, no. Spread it now. I want to see it while my eyes are blinking. Like, come on, what's up with this? You know what I'm saying? So, definitely, what you think? Well, I don't know. No, I'm not going to do that. It was a thought that was going to come out, but I got to hold it in because I don't think that's what's going to happen. But, yeah, check out the show, Forever TV. Make sure you guys really share, encourage your peoples to subscribe. It's nothing to press that button and it's free. It's free, it's free. You feel me? But yeah, tonight we did the damn thing. You know, we talked about puppets or police when it comes down to this whole gangster rap being targeted with this whole, RICO Act. Um, and this, this whole young thug and gunna situation. You feel me? It stemmed the whole conversation. And it really unlocked a lot of information that is very, very important to know and something to definitely think about. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, see, oh dang, like the conversation was very, very popping.
Yep, yep. It was. I enjoyed it. Uh, I got a little quick close out. First of all, I want to say peace and love to everybody. Everybody, my brother and sister. I don't give a fuck what color your skin is. Unless you against me, then it's fuck you. But
That
uh,
part.
my
That's the real part of it all.
yeah, my African brothers and sisters, my Moor brothers and sisters, uh,
Mhm.
all of my religious brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? I don't do no type of divide. I just want to say peace and love to everybody. Um,
The
now,
human race. Let's talk about that. Hello.
yeah,
The
yeah.
human race, right?
You
Hmm.
know, I told people that that Jada Pickett and Will Smith wasn't a real marriage. It's just some TV shit, right? Years later, we find out that they wasn't even really fucking like that, and she was smashing all type of other niggas. You know what I'm saying? Um, which gave me validation that I told you motherfuckers. And then people really thought that Kanye and Kim Kardashian was a real like thing. And now you see her and Pete Davidson, and this nigga got her kid's name tattooed all on his fucking shoulder and his neck and shit. Like, you don't think that that was her real boyfriend doing all of this? And I'm finna give you the perfect example. If you ever watched Flavor of Love with Flavor Flav, the
I
last
love
season that
this.
he had, all right, he had like 3, 4, 5 seasons. The final season, the girl that won, he like, look, I've been with my baby mama all of this time, and I'm just gonna go ahead and just
I
stay with
remember
her and
that.
marry her. So
I remember that
like,
episode.
yes, and that's what I'm saying. The people that they show us on TV and shit as they boyfriends and girlfriends and shit like that don't really be like real relationships. Like, people really got to stop falling for the bullshit. Are we so attached to these celebrities that much? Like, are they lives really that entertaining to where like it matters who's fucking who? Like, it don't matter. All right. And the same with this situation, man. Stop believing everything just because the TV told you some shit, the internet told you some shit. Like, that's not how I go. Know who your enemy is. Know what their weapons are. Media, visuals, social media, all these different. And they don't even have to show you much. They can blur out some shit and tell you it's gruesome, but still show you a blurred out. If it's too gruesome,
Mhm.
why even show me the blur out picture? And so many people
Yeah.
would be like, "Oh my God, that's a
Yeah.
nigga with bodies out there," but you didn't see nothing but a blur. Like, they don't even have to
Come
show us
on.
much. They don't have to show us
Come
much
on.
for us to believe the shit, run with it, and then spread it. We all spreading rumors like we fucking elementary kids and shit like that. We spreading rumors and shit. But just keep that in mind, bro. Like, you don't know these celebrities, man. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers like to
Mhm.
maximize their profits, my nigga. They not just finna go over here and just let the celebrity be with anybody and see what happened. Like, no, they put shit together to maximize they profits. Everything is about drama. The Rihanna getting beat up by Chris Brown shit. This, that, and this nigga, wife and Lucci and Lil Wayne daughter. Like, come on, bro. It's just really all headlines. All these people are some type of celebrity in some type of way. Paris Hilton, Kim Kardashian, all of them. Like, they all just, have some type of celebrity. Stop believing these people, bro. Stop believing them. Are a young male that you care about is gonna end up just like catching a fucking real RICO charge, following some damn rappers. We already talked about how these young girls is getting turned out by these female rappers nowadays. There's no positive in the music with the female rappers. They teaching these little girls how to twerk and shake their little bodies and gyrate and
How to
shit.
be
And
the
then
baddest bitch and
yeah, and the
oh
parents right there,
shit, man,
the
this shit
mamas is
is
right there
crazy.
egging them on. All the
This
grown
shit is
women surrounding
crazy.
this little girl, egging her on. Go, girl, go.
Like
Like, yes,
like
yes.
no, no,
Yes,
no,
yes.
no,
This
no.
is the culture. You know what I'm saying? So if we don't
It is the
stop believing
culture.
in shit, all right,
It is the
then
culture.
if we love our kids, man, we got to understand that we have to protect their minds and their thoughts. You know what I'm saying? And not allow them to have idols if it's not you, the mother or the father or somebody in the family, you know what I'm saying, that it's positive for them to look up to. Stop letting them be fucking have role models and shit like that, like doing a room Spider-Man and this theme for their birthday. Like, stop doing all that shit, bro. Because we teaching our kids some bullshit. We starting them off with some bullshit, and this is why the government feeds it to us. They feed our kids these cartoons, the food they give them, all of that. They get them the vaccines at birth, like they get them at such a young age. You know, so as an adult, man, you need to educate yourself and break away from the system. Because every single thing that you ever been taught about is a fucking lie. And that means everything, even to the sky being blue. That shit ain't blue. All right. So people just need to, you know, like I said, I don't know. Everybody don't feel the same. You know, some people don't have the time to monitor their kid or even care, you know, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? But for those that do, protect your kids' mind. Stop letting them. If you want to believe that shit, stop teaching your kids and letting your kids watch it. When the news tell you to get your kid out the fucking room, take your kid out the fucking room.
Absolutely. And that's the realest shit that I've heard all year. Okay, like serious talk. So I mean, hey.
Oh yeah, man, I'm shit. I'm Gucci. I'm finna lay down and rub on some pregnant belly.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
that's
boy.
what's up. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. Tell my girl I said what's up. You know what I'm saying? And y'all, you know, keep it PG. Now I can't tell y'all what to do. You know what I'm saying? Get freaky as fuck. You know, I was just playing. But at the end of the day, I feel you. You know, so I'm about to chill too. I'm about to have me another glass of this goodness that I had. You know what I mean? Thanks to Vegas. You feel me? Oh yes, Vegas. It was so good to see you, CO. You know what I mean? And hanging out. You know. Cool. We took a picture. I don't like the picture. So I don't know if I'm gonna post it. And then you didn't even want to take another one with me, and I don't appreciate that as well.
Because
Yeah.
it's not to be posted. Like, that was our memory, and I just wanted to keep it amongst
Oh,
the people who was there. If you wasn't there, you missed out.
you
So the
missed
next
out.
time
See,
we have a get together,
that's
y'all
my
better pull
thing.
up.
Yes, yes, I love it because not everything is meant to be shared. Look, I post all my Vegas pictures when I got home. People think I'm in Vegas today. Because what people gotta understand, like you can't be posting, you know, every little thing you do, like every move you make. Like that is so dangerous. Like people please. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? People please. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, CO, you know, it's definitely been real tonight. You know, my girl Jazzy, I see you still in the comments. You still up in cyberspace with your girl. We ending the show. You feel me? And let's get it. Let's go. You know what I mean? But it was definitely good to see you, beautiful. It's been a very, very long time. I'm happy you
Yes,
came through.
ma'am.
You know what I mean? It was good to see y'all, CO. Like I said, and shit, have an awesome night. I will do the same. Okay. And keep God first. Look on me.
Deuces.
All right, look to you. I mean,
All right.
all right, y'all.
Peace.
Holla.